And welcome to the 7th of September in the year of the 2025. Oh, we have made it. Is everything working, Phoenix? Let us check because I am not cool enough to have made myself a 30-second little something, so I do all these background things. Welcome. We have one chat. Yay, Rumble chat. I see you. I see you. Did I go to studio and put my stuff on? No. There we go. I'd say you'd think after all this time of practicing we'd be better, but I see shows who've run much longer and still have the same problem sometimes. At least I should knock on sewing machine wood. I've not started the show muted in a while, so that's something to be said. I've replaced one floor cat with another floor cat, actually. Loki's under his favorite rocker. Little man's here. Freya for oh, he's sneaking up beside me. Oh, we have an illustrious Freya Fruver sighting this morning. Somebody. No, I gave you guys dry food. Like, what? Okay, here's the spot. Don't knock over my coffee or my tea. I should probably start with the tea, because if we start with coffee, today's show, somebody might be stitching with a lead foot, and that does not go for good stitches maketh. So, I do still have in my brain, we will be making at some point a puffy sleeve chemise, but this project, the cathedral quilt, corset case, the quad C's, is already in the works, and I took my blocks and my cutter tool and squared off a gajillion of the white pain pieces. I think I held this up yesterday, but here is where we are starting from. This is just pinned together. Well, some of it's stitched together, some of it's pinned, just so I can admire how I love the chaos with the calmness of the white frames. You could use any solid color, but I don't... Oh, that would be fun to do the solid color, all solid one print. Oh, there's so many ways to make this amazing. I just need to just chillax. So we're going to be continuing on the section of stitching down the two folded triangle pieces. And I did free the pumpkins last night. Well, pumpkins, yes, that's correct, because who made choices and sat and stitched another pumpkin by themselves? So we have two lace pumpkins from the water soluble stabilizer. Let me get... I don't know if I haven't heard complaints from the stitch gallery yet. The one doesn't have a handle. You know, sometimes they break off. But, oh, did I hold this right? Yeah, so the 2025 pumpkins coming along. And then I decided to do some fall foliage. No, don't put the mouse where the cursor is next to the close out the dream screen. Yes, none of that. So there's a poorly stitched leaf. Not that I think the stitching is poor, I think the leaf shape is rather poorly constructed. It's natural. Sometimes things come out wonky, and that's okay. So let me tidy up my spot a bit. because, as I said earlier, we are stitching squares for our corset cover case creation. We'll just add another C. We're up to the 5 C's. We don't have 5 I's, but we do have 5 C's. Oh, yes, while I'm here. So, these just need to be finished, is all there is to it. I was talking about these yesterday. Some of the last pieces Grandma was sewing for herself that have just sat not quite finished. We have this beautiful silk, it feels like silk, with this bamboo, and yeah, getting the white on white to focus. There's some, is that stains? It doesn't. Regardless, yeah, it's been hand basted along one selvage. Looks like a shirt. We've got some interfacing for where the shoulder's supposed to go. Should we? Let's see what was she thinking here? This feels like it's supposed to be a button placket, something. And for this one, I have somewhere one sleeve. I'm pretty sure I had the second one at some point, but I've been through the stash enough. Unless these are supposed to be like color pieces, but this is like a facing to go for the inside. Yeah, so maybe I'll just do some stay stitching and bias finish after we finish the construction, because there's that one. And then, oh no, don't rip anything. Because my grandma was in the school of you pin something only enough to get it hand basted and then you take it to the machine. So here we have this amazing velour. This feels like you're petting antlers, like soft, in this amazing geometric. Yeah. Hello, Tiny. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I hope your weekend is well. Oh, I've been busy. I stitched pumpkins yesterday. Ugh, learning to focus. You'd think after all this time, what do we have? Oh, right, because this is like a jumper tunic thing. Oh, right, because there's the belt and what? Again, I have a sleeve. So yeah, I've got these pieces. At some point, they need to be properly finished and onto what we're actually working on. Sewing pieces for this. Oh, bra straps. Yay. Should we leave that there? Where's my... And now we have... No, that's not the right one. Try again, Phoenix. Try again. There we go. I have one pile of printed fabrics and one pile of more shored up cutting on the white, and I need to fold and sew and fold and sew. Oh, you're starting Halloweeny related stuff. Oh, fun. It is very late in the craft world. I was going to say, I'm not sure that I'm even going to think about a costume this year, because when I... Oh, here's my sleeve. Yeah, so I've got 2 garments, only 1 sleeve each. It's kind of amazing that my grandma and I are generally the same size. So yeah, I have 1 silk sleeve, 1 velour sleeve. Yeah, because in the costuming and crafting world, creating for Halloween starts if you aren't thinking about what you're doing in March, like you're already behind. My brain's already skipped ahead, and I'm at the very end for holiday season stuff and New Year things, and then it's on to Valentine's Day, and I yeah. So what am I doing? I'm taking one colored piece. I'm taking one white piece, fold white piece in half to make one triangle, and then with the fold facing the middle of the colored section, I'm stitching along the edge. I'm just going to do one side. The actually need two, which I'll get to, but I find it easier to do it the way I'm going to do it. You'll see. Oh, tiny. Yes, it just sucks. Your brain is impaired whenever it feels like being inspired. Fair. I have some go-to themes that are always recurring. Oh, we Oh my god, I stuck in my heart and lungs. Usually my heart and lungs are up next to my hula hoops to remind me that your heart is the most important muscle, and hula hooping certain ways is definitely cardiovascular activity. So, yeah. But yeah, I think it's hard not to force it, but I think creating is like probably similar to joke writing and other forms of creation that you get the initial idea and sometimes you just gotta let it stew until it creates the right final form, because sometimes if you force it, it's like, yeah, it's not bad, but it could be better. So I'm just sewing the distance of one presser foot from the edge of the fabric and rotating, sewing the other side. Then I'm going to get another piece of colored fabric and rinse and repeat until we sew a whole shizaton. And we'll see if I'm brave enough to do the attaching or not. Because what I did last Wednesday after the show, I looked at what I'd done and realized you need to have a date with Jack the Ripper. And said date occurred. I don't know who I heard that from. I stole that joke and that line, and I like it. Because Jack the Ripper is your seam ripper. Yeah. What do you call your Stitch Ripper? Or does your Stitch Ripper not have a name? Or do you not use a Stitch Ripper? What is your art or crafts equivalent to when you need to unpick something, remove something, and do you have a funny name for it? Is there a funny name for erasers for drawers and artists who use pencil? Mr. Gonzi's? I don't know. That's not very funny. Oh, right. So then I was thinking of other funny euphemisms, like this one is not, like frogging you, I just call it hell. That's one way I call it there is the one that's called the frog stitch, where you rip that, right, you get it, frogging, yes, because we're ripping it, and boy, I think that is one stitch that I am most practiced at. I am chain sewing these, but I am back stitching at the same time. Yeah, pain in the ass. Dove knows. I get this look on my face when something's complicated or I'm counting and have to rip back or something. when he wants to talk to me and I just give him this look and he's like, "Oh, you're counting, are you?" I'm like, "Yes, don't talk to me." Oh, it's so, and oh. So now we can see I've got one half of the pockets. So these pockets are what get folded over as things are attached to form the picture, some of the picture frame, all of the picture frames. And then here, these are just pinned on. So let me take one out so we can take a quick look at what an earlier step looks like. Oh, yeah, you learn counting faces in silence real quick. Yes. It needs to be like a little partners of needleworker, crochet knitter worker, like handbook for new partners of like, if it looks like they're moving their thumbs and their mouths might be moving, do not talk to them. Oh, it's not it is our fault if something mean comes out of our mouth while we're counting. But so what I just did is I unpinned the previous patch that was there. Because I lay it in with the right side up and then use the fabric to cover over the raw edges. I kind of like open it flat. This is probably where pressing will be my friend, and I just haven't needed to do it yet, so I didn't. But I'll just use this piece to stitch. Oh, the tension. Let's do a quick tension check. Ah, good. All right. He said so. Oh, God. After decades of practice, he knows when he glances over when not to talk to me. Oh, so funny. So I used my rotary cutter and I still have some little stuff. So I'm just taking my little snips and just cleaning up that last little bit. And trying to be tidy with my workspace. And I realize it's living with creative brain people. Or is it every creative brain? I don't know. But I try very hard to keep a tidy-ish workspace. And to try not to work on too many things at once, because then chaos ensues. Did I say welcome to the circus? I'm your host, Phoenix Electra, and I've been stitching for almost 20 minutes. I introduced the cats, the floor cats, the machine cats, and I forgot to introduce myself, but welcome. It is Sunday. Usually I'm sewing a garment here at the Schmata shop, but today we're sewing garment adjacent. Hello, Jess. Welcome. Yay. Next. Because my corsets and undergarments needed a nice storage container. And this cathedral block quilt, that feels like too many blocks. The cathedral window block design has been stuck in my brain for so here I am. Now is the project. Doing it my way. Because I sew my way. But it is so fantastic. If you've got too much fabric and need to use a lot of it, this might be the project for you. Especially if your brain is a lover of chaotic order in a eye-splittingly painful, amazing kind of a way. Yeah. Oh, you've been watching videos on it. Yeah, I think it's one of those that it just like gets stuck in your skin and you either love it or you hate the chaotic order of it. But yeah, I think this pattern is kind of like up there with crazy quilts and lace making for me of I am infected. I've been infected with the need to try this pattern out. And here we are in a way that I find manageable and works into my life. Cause yeah, I don't feel like making a whole quilt out of this. Just something so I can roll and store my corsets. Jess, you didn't need to start a new project, so you're blaming me. That's right. This one can take a lot of prep and thinking. Sometimes you're like in between steps, or you're like, I just can't be bothered. I want to do this. But, I mean, did you pick out what you said next year was going to be your hand quilting year? Do you have that already planned and picked out? Because I do know that some folks do. They choose this as a hand stitch motif rather than the lazy kids machine technique. So you could maybe roll it into one if you haven't started. But I don't think it really takes 100 yards. You're exaggerating. It only takes like 50. Actually, I don't really know. I just used blocks that I'd already cut out. So I'm just repurposing stuff I'd already had ready and laying around. Because I was trying to decide, contemplating using that. I've got a fair amount of the Phoenix. Say words nicely. The lavender lilac-y fabric that we just did, the almost to be finished circle skirt slip, to maybe use that for the poofy pirate chemise blousey thingy-majiggers with the gathered sleeves things. Oh, let's hear. I'm going to make a hand-stitched hexie quilt. Oh, yeah, good. I hope that is going to be a great project. That is, I don't, I have a pack of hexie. That project sounds horrible to me. Most, not in the literal, like, I really love that hexie, that quilt. But in my head, I know the amount, I can like foresee the amount of time, and that really is a like 5 gajillion hour project. No. That I love it. I love that people do it. And like when Shalom was talking about the Bilbo house coat, that's another one. I'm like, nope, not thank you, but I shall pass. I shall pass on this project. And I kind of am a little bit stalwart about not recreating character clothing. I'd rather pretend to be my own character and wear what I like, not what somebody else likes. Oh, you've sent Allie pictures. You'll have to say, oh, what you're thinking of making. Oh, fun. I think I would enjoy doing that for like a handbag or like a little bag thing. It's fun, but a whole like bed-size quilt thing, that is gonna be a hard pass for my near future makings. But I do think that would be fun on a small scale project, especially to do the little piecing and then do crazy quilting on top and add like how much more chaos can we add into the order and practice a lot of skills and try to use up a lot of materials. Yeah. There's a lot. I can see that doing a lot of things. Oh, you're taking a quilt top you've made to make that robe. Ooh, that is some good repurposing. I like that way. I mean, I already have the skirt. I guess technically maybe I have. I just refuse to call it that name for some reason. I'm making my own, because we did do that. The piece, the patchwork petticoat, the patchworked piece that is the reason that I have these blocks pre-cut anyway. I just haven't. I need to. Okay, Phoenix. Maybe for Wednesday we will go through the what's been laying around that you need to just make sure. Just get it done so you can wear it. At least if wearing it is only for streaming. But yeah, taking a quilt that sounds. And because that's what you make, you just got some laying around. How did you got your one for the bazaar all finished, or the raffle, or whatever, finger mohoosers? Oh, ugh, I knew it. Yesterday the smoke came in and we had thunderstorms, and there was some rain, but not quite enough. But the air quality is starting to go through the pooper duper. Oh, Jess, what do you have a funny name, or did I hear it from you about calling the seam ripper Jack the Ripper? What does your stitch ripper have a name? If so, what is it? Or what do you call the act of when you need to do some unpicking? I try very hard not to do it, but there are times when it is an absolute necessity. That'll be super great when the gifted subs roll over to us Limpet Proletariat channels, because we had a very generous benefactor yesterday, and there's emotes that people don't have access to, but they should. Jess, you call yours Jack the Ripper. Maybe that's where I heard it from, and I was like, that's funny. I'm gonna use it that. Yes. After Wednesday's show, I needed to have a date with Jack, because all the blocks that I thought I'd stitched together, they were not. My orientation was not correct, so I unpicked it. But the chaos of that makes me so happy. Just trying to pretend that I did some thinking about how big and wide, but I think from Wednesday I did enjoy the 8 across for the width, because that will hold the corsets and give a little extra room for some finishing, some extra stuff, because we always put extra on our projects. And then but I didn't really. I have a guesstimate for how long I want it to be. I was thinking like 60 inches or whatever the equivalent of 4.5-inch blocks that works out to, or the nearest closest, the closest to that I get with the block size that I've used. That's how I'm figuring out the maths for that one. Okay, so we're technically like on the second row. Because yeah, the hard part is just getting all the pieces oriented so that the inner flower section of the window pane opens up the right way. Oh, you'll be back. All right, I'll be here. Stitching away because these blocks are not going to sew themselves. And I am. Ooh, we haven't had a sip of coffee in a little while. Maybe it's time. All right, so yep, super fancy. I'm just sewing triangles onto squares. But this is going to. I know, who needs corset cases to carry their corsets around in? I do. And hello, Skits. Whoa, long time no see. How are you, my sir? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man, oh man. I hope you and small humans and the felines are fantastic. Oh my goodness gracious. What a pleasure to see you this afternoon. It's nice. I got smoke rolling in though. But I can't complain because we've had some of the best fire seasons in 2 years. Like the past 2 years have been really pretty spectacular, so I don't feel right complaining because we're not at apocalyptic smoke levels yet, but it's just enough to be able to smell it and know like, oh yes, the forest is burning. Ah, but do you have a cause for your corset case? A case for your corset case. I do not have a wooden coffin to carry my corset cover case with. I could use a carved wooden coffin to carry around. Oh, the C's in this. All the alliteration. We are all great. We are good. Also, Freya Frufers is ready for snacks. Loki's. Oh, I'm sitting in the way. Loki's. Maybe can I move this? Can I get more cats in the picture? Loki's ready for snack time. Come on, Loki. You want to pretend it's snack time yet? It's not quite snack time, but did I triple backstitch? I think so. Okay. And here's my pile of pieces. Yep, just sewing away. Same thing. Well, we keep changing the bat times. And we've changed the bat locations. Hey, sweet boy. You want to come up and say hi to all your fans? Come on. Come on up, sweet boy. They can't see you on that side of the... If I scoop you up, will you run away? Oh. No, it's okay. Here, Loki, say hello to your fans. Give them a good purr. Tell them how much. No, didn't work. That line didn't go. Oh, Loki, you don't have enough guts? You're just gonna sit in front of the guts? And Trouble's right here. Oh, Loki. Loki, I'm petting you from the ear. Oh, Freya Fruifers, you have got your glower on. It's not time yet. We have at least half an hour. I've got a little bit more stitching to do before I get my fingers dirty with cat snacks. Yeah, I can't believe I'm not. Can things just like slow down and just. Well, whatever. But at least I can be in control of something. I can make stuff and create order out of chaos that I have control over, because there's the chaos I don't have any control over and just have to figure it out. Oops, and the machine sews much better if the presser foot's down. How's yours? Have you gotten some sewing in? You got that fancy machine ages ago. I hope you've taken it out and stitched on it. Did you get those little teddy bears done that you were going to do with your the clothes from your mother for your small humans? Ooh, those pieces are not cut yet, so we'll just set those over there. And I guess I could. It would have been smart if I had my white pieces in one pile and my colored pieces in another pile. Oh, this would also be fun with like not a monochromatic. Well, a monochromatic would be fun to do like a solid and a print that way. But what I was thinking really was red and black. Oh, yeah. Okay. But not right now. Yeah, he is a fluffy one. Loki, king of the fluff, hates to be brushed, has extra toes, and hates getting his nails done. He is a funny one. For sure. It's so funny because his sister is not that fluffy. The only thing they look the same in is they're black and white. Oh, good skits. You did a couple, but mostly you've been using it to do mending. There is nothing wrong with that. That is such an important, underrated skill, especially when we have garments that are not throwaway garments. If you can mend, you don't. That's the most important sewing someone should learn. If you had to, in the words of the Phoenix, if you needed to know how to sew for one thing, it's fixing buttons, sewing, repairing little holes. Because your garments weren't supposed to. Things weren't just trash after 5 washes and falling apart. So, which is maybe why I should hand wash my clothes or reinforce my stitches better on my seams. Because sometimes I have to, I wash something and then I need to fix it. I find it sprung a leak somewhere. Ah, there's the little man. Hey, Trouble. Did he leave food in there? He did, didn't he? Oh, well, that's good. You've used your... Perfect. Good job using your sewing machine. Good, good. Yep, just doing all the autumn end of year things. I am going to make sure that I grab the rose hips so we can make some rose hip syrup, though, because there's a lot of rose hips. And what is wrong? I think this white piece it's going to work better for some reason. Great. Okay. Wow, we are just blabbering along today. Yeah, my brain needed it. I can't be bothered cutting out a new project since this one is already in the works. And it's going to take us just a little while. But it's so deceptive. Like, it looks really complicated, but the putting together, it's more repetitive. Let's see. You had a hole in your favorite polos. You could spend $60 to get a new one, or 15 minutes to fix it. Yeah, absolutely. 15 minutes well spent. Good choice, sir. Good choice. Especially depending on the year when the garment was made, if the quality changes. The new one, you spend the same amount, if not more money, as you did the last time, and it doesn't last as long. It springs leaks too quickly, and that is super annoying. What you doing, little man? Hey, Trouble. What are you doing, Trouble? Do you want to come say hi? Yeah. Oh my god. You are huge. You are so huge and fat. You don't make tape, cat. Okay, that's better. Sometimes I just need a cat break. From floor cat to sewing machine cat, part 2. Oh, and it's... Yep. You're so... Oh my god, your Fanny is going to topple that perch over one of these. Hey, do not do that to her. She was there first. Don't be a pooper duper. Don't do it. If you be... It's almost time for me to open up the concession stand, but I needed a cat break. Because if I open up the stand, then you guys are going to go and wander off and have naps somewhere else, and nobody's going to keep me company. I will have cat deficiency syndrome. One of the worst conditions. Hey, pooper doopers. Yeah, why don't you come over here? Yes, he is a different Fluffy. He is Trouble. Yeah, this one. You got to keep your eye on this one. He has a hollow tail for snacks. Free froofers. Yeah. Yeah, he is a different sort of Trouble, that one. And these squares and triangles, things are not exactly perfectly perfect, but it doesn't matter. It's all going to come out in the wash, and there's so much chaos in the whole thing. Nobody's really going to look and notice where things are off or wiggly or somewhere. Like, it's just not going to happen. So don't worry about it. It's okay. I tell you guys when there's something where I actually take the time to pin and be really particular, and this is not it. Phoenix just needed we have a show, and there's a thing we want that doesn't exist unless we make it. So here we are. Making things that didn't exist, because I don't even know, how do people store all their collections of corsets? I know rolled is the answer, but do they just stick them in drawers or tubs? I don't get it. And I mean, I do, depending on how often you wear them. You could put it in a tub and have it with the whole rest of the outfit for long-term storage, but I wear mine, or I rotate through mine on a daily. I wear one of them regularly. Those are the words I pretend skits. Hopefully it doesn't literally come out in the wash right. I don't think there's going to be any reason to put this piece into the wash. If anything, to spot treat it, but it's just as a storage device. So if I don't know what would happen for it to come apart in the wash. If anything, that's what hand washing in the bathtub is for. Which is probably the best way for washing handmade garments. But I just use the delicate or hand wash section of the washing machine, except for my knits. Except for the things I do wash in the bathtub. The woolen knits. Hypersensitive to the sounds around me, and the dermatographia was hitting hard this morning, and I had to stop myself because we don't need to be all red and lacy on our appendages today. No thanks. Oh, that's right, because there's forest fire smoke, Phoenix, and your system gets hyperreactive to particulates. Now it all comes together and makes sense as to why we were a disaster. Okay. Oh, it all makes sense. All right, I'll stop talking like the weirdo lady. Do I have any... Oh, actually, don't yell into the microphone, Phoenix. What I was going to say was that I appreciate everybody who comes together in the art of making during our shows. I really appreciate you all. And not in a inauthentic kind of a way. All right, Jess is back. I am still here sewing half-folded triangles to square. Hello, relax. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Oh, how's life? Same old work. So working and making. Avoiding large groups of people and then feeling lonely and antisocial. So I show up and stream 3 days a week now. But it's been good. I can't complain, and I work about making joy in my world, and yeah. Oh yes, relax, welcoming Jess welcoming relax. YouTube's the antisocial butterfly. That is a good description. Yes. It's like it's so true. For a while it was like I wouldn't go to other people's houses, but I don't mind inviting you into my living room and hanging out for a while, but I don't always like going out to other people's places. Skits, you've been lucky with the fires so far this year. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because the 8 years before that have just been absolutely disastrous. So it's kind of nice to get a reprieve. Oh, relax, go out and then sit in the corner by yourself. Yes. It's kind of dumb, not dumb, but I laugh a little bit about the social battery pins, and I'm just like, yeah, I get the sentiment, but I don't feel the need to share it. You just don't see me. I don't need to tell you why I'm hiding. Oh, relax. You always want to go out, but then I regret it. Oh, yeah. Fair. Yes. Jess welcoming Skits hiding out over on the tubes. Skits, you can come to the Rumble side. It's okay. Yeah, I used to have a higher tolerance, but I don't now. Sometimes I wonder if it like caused me to miss out on experiences, and hard to tell, but it can't go back and change it. All I can do is make sure that now is good and don't worry too much about what's coming, because you're either going to be ready or you're not. Okay. Just keep practicing skills. Hello, Rumble peeps from the tubes of skits. Skits on the tube. No, that does not sound right, Skits. I'm sorry if that came out that way. I relax. Your group is usually go ahead, but a lot of others there seem to be looking for some sort of confrontation. Oh. Yeah, I don't need drama like that. I'm not into confrontation culture. Yeah, I don't. It just seems if I use the laws of thermodynamics and there's only infinite energy and I have so much bandwidth, that's not a good use of my resources. Yeah. I have better ways I'd rather use my energy and time than engage in such silliness. But I guess maybe also the only lessons I need to learn are the ones I'm supposed to, and we don't know what those are until we're in the midst of them or on the back end of them and reflect of like, what was the lesson in that experience? Because sometimes there's too many feels and you have to give it have a space when the feelings are gone for the brain to be like, okay, what did I learn from this? 'Cause sometimes you just have to get through it. But I don't know. I'm just not a hot-headed person, though, I guess. It's just not in my nature. I usually stand with the people who don't like to talk to other people. I guess, yeah. Somehow they talk amongst themselves, but yeah. I'm not a big group person, unless it was an orchestra, but then there wasn't really talking in orchestra. We were there to do a thing. So even that is not really, that kind of is more on brand and not out of ordinary feeling. Yeah. We'll go with those words. Yeah, it's going to be cold, only in the 60s out. We're just going to talk about the weather. Oh, and coming together because sewing, because things can be divisive, but they don't need to. Yeah. Making as a way. What else? Where's my? Nope, that's my fuckuser thing. I did have. Where's on my? Ooh, sketch. Ooh, yeah, this is. No, let me hold the trousers pants closer. No, I can't focus. But I'm thinking about that. Okay, this outfit is coming together because I have been thinking about the poofy blouse, and I've also Phoenix. We have that metallic-y silver, two different tones of it. We already have a circle skirt, but a pair of trousers would also be fun, and a coordinating blouse. We'll do the section of the we'll do the sleeves in that opaque poly organza thing that we made, the ginormous tiered 90 plus tiered ruffle double circle skirt from earlier in the year. Use that same material for the poofy sleeves, because then they will be big but still light and ethereal feeling, and have the front and back sections in the metallic silver to match with the trousers. I think that will be quite fetching. So that is on we've got that. Somewhere is my list of all the things that I thought I was going to make this year. We've made a whole bunch of them. We made a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't on the list. And now, because Phoenix hates paper, I've misplaced the list. Hey, stomach gremlins, you can stop that. You've been fed. You will be fed again. That is uncalled for. Oh, Jess, how are you for this hexy quilt? How are you doing it? Are you cutting all the blocks and having, like, I don't understand how people store their materials for that project. That just seems like a mess of a nightmare in my world. It's like one of those projects where impeccable organizational skills are a asset, and I feel like I'm too much. That's what it is. I'm too much chaos for that project, I feel like. With the circus comes crazy that sometimes is unavoidable. And sometimes it is, especially when the kid act starts. Oh, Freya Froofers. I know he's not letting you outside. I don't know what's going on, but it's not that. You with the glowering eyes. Ugh. Jeez. Meanie, I say. Oh, that's a way. I'm just squaring up the sides of these triangles. No, I did not stretch or my posture. Phoenix, you are too complaining. Jess, you will be cutting them and making 100 at a time before you start hand stitching. Okay, and you're gonna glue them down to the templates. Okay. So then you have to. That's the the act of having to like peel out all that paper afterwards. But I guess you're not gonna sew through the paper, and then theoretically, the paper just peels right off the fabric. Are you going to do like a flower motif and have everything be like perfectly coordinated? Or are you having a chaos project or a coordinated project? I know mine would I would lose my mind if I tried to make that a coordinated thing. Mine would be absolute chaos. That does sound like it'll make it a little bit more manageable, and to batch them like that. So you're like, all right, I just need to get through this one stack. Okay. Next stack. Yeah, I've got a pack of 30, whatever the count was. I don't know. I got a pack of hexies. But I would definitely want to do it. Oh, Phoenix, there's your wire. A complete sentence, please, human. The act of having to tear out all that paper, I think that's why I still don't have the skating costume finished from last year. because of all the frickin' paper to tear out. I hate it. It makes me crazy. Oh, you won't be right. You're not going to sew through the paper, and once they're all stitched on all the sides, you can remove and reuse the paper. That seems like a sensible way to do that. Because so many a lot of the paper, if when you leave and just tear the paper, it just seems so wasteful and an extra step that is so messy. Because then there's just paper shreds everywhere. They will be intentionally placed. I knew it. Yours is going to be so perfectly patterned and pretty. I love how everybody makes and everyone makes a little bit differently. It is good. Oh, it's going to be perfect. Oh, that would be cute because the like a cat paw version. Oh, so many fun ideas, but yeah. I'll think about mine or my handbag or my project case, whatever I. It's on my list. And another way to use up scraps. Yeah, Phoenix, stop. Just stitch. I'm just finding the end of me. There we go. It's getting a little bit heavy. Oh, you know what, Phoenix? You can just trim the end. Here we've got our one A section. Just finding my piles of pieces again. There we go. Some people, they've got these like beautiful organized boxes where they just pull things through. And then there's the Phoenix. A pile of this, a pile of that. At the end, something magical happens. It's entropy. I do blame entropy. Oh, Jess, every time I try to go scrappy, it never works. I just tear it all apart. I don't know why your brain can't do it. That's okay, because my brain doesn't like doing that overly intentional organized. It breaks my brain. I can't. It's like 100% surefire way to have a project that Phoenix doesn't finish like 95 out of 100 times. Yeah, I can't, I don't enjoy it. Oh, I should have done it this way. Oh, yarn. The bestest coffee mug. And it's giant and has a nice hold to it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Enough of Phoenix showing off her coffee, showing off her mug jugs. Oh my god. What? Just, Phoenix, you're gonna sew all of these pieces, so just stitch them. It doesn't matter what order you stitch them in right now. I'm glad that there's folks like you who need to have that control, and I'm glad I don't have to. That my brain is happy with the let's just throw all the crazy at it, and when we think we've thrown enough crazy, why don't you pick out another 2 or 3 things? Because if you can't see it from the nosebleed section and your eyes aren't bleeding, is it really a project made at the circus? And the answer is unequivocally no, it's not. That's an imposter. Too funny. Yep. See, oh, and that's one of the things I was thinking about. The pathologizing of skills that are actually assets, the pathologizing of assets, and then the normalizing things that shouldn't be normalized. Like the kids who young humans frequently need to move around, and being forced to be sedentary and sit still for hours on a day do, does not behoove them and teach them other skills of enjoying movement and yada yada yada. But I can see from a historical perspective that skill of needing to run around and then, when the time is right, be incredibly quiet and sedentary to stalk the bear or the wildebeest. Very useful skill. Why do we need to force into this little mold and beat out these traits that are useful, or medicate out these useful traits, as it frequently feels like occurs? It's kind of unfortunate and bugs me. And then this use of language. No two brains think the same way. Everything is divergent and different from everybody else's. So it just... Why do people enjoy feeling like they need to have a label so that they can make other people happy? My goal has always been, I don't want to be stuck by... It's not my job to make you feel comfortable by being able to put me in some neat little box. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it became a thing that was important to me, but it has been. Oh, Jess. Oh, Phoenix, I'm on board with your thinking. Yeah, you need to teach some stamina for the state. You need to teach stamina for this state testing, but other than that, your classroom is open and free. You sit wherever you want and learn how you want. And, right, you don't want to put the kids in the box. Yeah, it's so... And I think it would be super helpful, because we are at a place where we do know that there's different learning styles. When I had to learn how it was I learned, because I managed to make it through, regardless of the level of success or challenge I had, like just sitting in passive, but didn't get the information in. I did better. Like, I knit and crocheted through some of my classes and my expensive brain time of my learning, or there was certain things, mathematics or certain chemistry things, that spelling is another one that I had to do it rote and just like do it until it got in there. That there was no... Do not sound out a word for me, because I will spell it wrong, most likely. I don't think in phonetics. Because then it just feels like these humans become adults and they're like, I had all these pathologies, instead of learning how to figure out how to exploit them as the skills and assets that they really are. It's not... there has to be this balance. I don't expect the world to completely conform to how I choose to interact, and have learned over time how I interact more successfully. Yeah, we'll go with those words. And we find out what assistance we need, or how we need to figure out how we're to get through. And sometimes we gotta suck it up, and it's not easy and it's uncomfortable. But I found it to be differently rewarding. I don't even know. I couldn't live with myself if I just expected everybody to be like, I need this and this and this and this and this and this, or I just can't be functional in the world. And I don't have a bobbin thread. I don't understand. Oh, I do have bobbin thread. And why is it that they all seem to have this similar timbre in their voice? Do they But, oh, Phoenix, you spend an inordinate amount of time having body checked and thought about, because you listen to your own annoying voice and are like, I don't like the way that sounds. We should be thoughtful in our vernacular and speech patterns, because there's a way I like to do it, and then there's not. Oh, all right. Take 2 on this section. Yeah, the hardest part about this is these blocks really sitting quietly and the orienting them so that the flower motifs line up the right way. Ooh. Yeah, very easy to mix it up. Even though I thought that I looked at the pattern and did it the right way, but it doesn't matter. I'll save that part for myself. Or I'll pre-pin them and we'll do them on Wednesday. Maybe that's what I'll do, but it doesn't matter because we're not done stitching for today yet, because we're not. It's not that we're engaging in avoidance behavior. Oh, words. That piece is not right. All right, let me find my whites. My hoity-toity whiteys. Oh no, am I gonna get in trouble for sewing white after Labor Day? Oh man. But they say that, but then the holiday season and the winter is all about the winter whites. So all the double standards, they can just go take it in. Oh, perfect. Awesome. I'll check that out in a little bit here. I love your ability to create order out of chaos and that need to make that happen. Oh, so joyed. Oh yeah, I guess I probably could. Phoenix, don't click your tongue and then complain about it. I could have counted how many blocks I needed to make, and I didn't. That's all right. We'll sew a few more, then we'll rotate around and then see where I end up. Or I'll just sew all of these blocks in the one direction. I don't know. It doesn't, Phoenix, it doesn't matter. What do we have on our other list of fun things? Ah, yes, this is another product. We do enjoy delayed gratifications. Yeah, boring. Oh, we touched on that. I don't know. Yeah, kids would, if we'd be better off learning what we need to do to be successful rather than expecting everybody to cater to us with their own unique ways, because yeah, I just don't get it. I'm so last century. That's fine. At least I can have happy stitches. My workhorse of a machine. Sometimes at the circus, no, a lot of times we believe analog is us. I don't need another sewing machine with a USB port. I have one. Plenty. I don't need any more. This will be more fun. Even though that one does have a really cute dinosaur stitch in there. I need to just... So one of these days, I'll stop saying I need to take all my machines out of the bad kid closet and give everybody a good oiling and make sure everybody's had a brushing and a service, because there's so many fun ways that we can be playing with our serger that I have barely dipped my toe into. And there's more we could be doing. They are so lazy. Everybody wanted to come over, or I made everybody come over. They could be having snacks right now, and they're just ignoring me. You guys. Okay, do you want some snackies? No, not yet? Okay. Well, then I'll just keep stitching away. Okay, more blockies, more blockies. Yeah, I was thinking with some of our scrap leather pieces to refresh my juggling balls, because my golden balls are getting a little funny, and I have lentils and beanie filling materials and leather. Why not? Why spend money on something when I can practice making it myself? And I will try to take pictures when I finally make the rosehip syrup. I know cooking shows, but then the amount of stress of having like a perfectly manicured kitchen to do cooking content stresses me out. It's not like my kitchen's a complete disaster, but to have it on the internet, I don't know. that might be a stream too far. We'll see. It's always in the back of my head. Like I said earlier, I just need quiet alone time sometimes. A lot of time. Oh yeah, let's do this chocolate chip cookie block next. It's cookie time. Cookie. Oh, that was funny. I heard that. So I get HBO bought Cinemax, whatever, then they changed the name to HBO something, and HBO is now changing the names of 6 of its channels, and lo and behold, Cinemax is back. But is it still going to be like the old-fashioned Skinemax? I don't know. I don't pay money for those types of things. Oh, doesn't matter. Phoenix, will we ever stop being excited and anxious about streaming? Probably not. Stomach, you need to calm down. Oh, but I did see, I was Googling, there is a place that you can get jerk spiced pickles. There was just a handful though, so I might collect me some jerk spice and find me some cucumbers or some other vegetables, because why stop the pickles at just the cucumbers? There's so many great vegetables to be pickled. It's in my brain. I think I'm gonna try it. Gonna do it. We're really gonna do it at some point. I'm just gonna tease about it for right now, because I'm sewing and I'm not making pickles right now. That's why. All right, what do we else with? Oh, yes. That airline companies, maybe we can't give a second seat away for free, rescinding their offer. But it's kind of a not really amusing, but one of the ladies who worked really hard in the pressuring of the getting more seat space, in addition to trying to get bigger aisles on airplanes and hallways in hotels, was this character J Bay. And she was one of the creators for the, what did they call it? The Fat Bill of Rights. I don't remember what they were calling it, but she was all over the social medias until earlier this year when something happened. There was something happened after FatCon. Yeah, the con that I don't know, the con that it just is up in Seattle. They had FatCon, and I think she was there, and then something happened, and she posted a video with her at the hospital, and then something seems to have happened while she was there, and yeah, the last known sighting of her was one of the Washington State hospitals. So hopefully she's on her way to mending whatever was broken. That little man, why don't you come here and ask for snackies? Because I'm ready to stand up and give you some. But you need to come and ask me. He's not giving you snackies. Oh, can we see him? He's doing his scratchy thing. Yeah, okay. Is it time that I get up and stretch my legs and I open up the cat session stand? All right, let me do it. We're doing it. Okay, I'm really gonna do it. Okay, Freya, first, you want some snackies? There's some snackies for you. Come on, Trouble. Okay, Trouble. Come on, Loki. Oh, let me get this chair out of the way. Freya, first, you don't want your snackies. Oh, he's so strong. Oh, hold on. Let me get more snackies. Ow, you've got the biggest maxi pads. Loki, can we do our tricks? Do you want to show them how awesome you are? Show them how smart you are. Come on. Loki, no. Come on. Ow, you silly boy. Let's do... Oh, that's it. Come on. You did one. Okay. You got guts to do that, good Loki. Good job. All right. Freya, you've got a whole handful of snacks in front of you. All right, the boys are going to steal your snacks, and there's nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. You chose to not eat your snackies, Freya Fru. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Gotta close the concession stand. Oh, I wish those were clouds outside and that it was going to rain, but it's not. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will, after this block, turn it around and stitch the other folded triangles on. Oh, now she wants all her snacks. That's silly goose. Okay. It's like looks gray and ominous. Welcome, forest fire smoke. I'm super curious what they're finding all these little earthquakes under all the volcanoes are in Oregon, Washington, and California. It's like, okay. What are you doing, Trouble? What? Why don't you come keep me company, Trouble? I need an emotional sewing cat. Where's my emotional sewing cat? Alright. No luck. He's just being a pooper duper on the floor, fighting with Loki. Okay, so now that I've sewed the second triangle down, it's got the little pocket opening for the window section. Here, let's just double check to make sure my focus was not terrible. Because we're so simple. Try to make sure that the good things are not shitty. Alright, stitching away. Because once the two triangles are done, then you start to make sure that your little flowers line up the way they're supposed to. They open up the correct way. I'm going to need to put the pause button on for a second. Actually, maybe I should do that so I can think straight. Alright, watch your ear holes. I don't know how loud this is. I'm going to need to put on my Be Right Back section. And where is it? Hopefully it's not the one that's got the spelling errors in it. It might. Alright, watch your ear holes. I'll be right back. And it lasted longer than I am. Oh, hello, relax. Oh, okay. I'm right here. Okay, right. I know, I don't like to be away for too long, but sometimes the coffee and the tea do what those things do. But I'm back. We're in stitches. I'm in stitches. You're in stitches. You're in stitches. That sounds like it would be really challenging to stitch with urine. But, okay. I know. I don't like when I have to step away, but sometimes shiza happens. Now, what other existential things did we have? They're all kind of circling the same drain of don't like everything being automated, followed, tracked, and individual thought and creation. Creativism. Dude, that's not even a word. But what is it about some folks that just turn up, or like, please track me, please let me be more, have less that I need to do, but then ironically, feel less gratified? Which I do get it. It's because if you do nothing, then there's nothing if you only are managing paper and doing ethereal things, that there's nothing at the end of the day that you can see. You're like, my hands made this. I made that. Like, I don't want the laundry machine that folds the laundry for me. I don't mind doing it. Does it take me some time? This, that, and the other thing? Yes, but eventually it does get done and things are tidied. Like, when did not being able to put your laundry away be a sign of like, I'm so divergent, my executive function is just so non-existent? Like, sometimes it just means you're lazy. And I'm alright with calling out myself, like, 40 pounds ago, I knew exactly what was wrong with me. I was not putting the fork down or the cup down or not moving my fanny enough. It's not some pat on the back thing. It's like, oh, it's not your fault. No, it was completely my fault. And I feel offended that you didn't call me out. No, that's not it. When your lady's a little plump, she knows it. She doesn't need you to call it out. Or if your chap's a little chunker on the chunks. We know some people are dysmorphic and don't really have a true sense in their brain of the space they're taking up or not taking up. But for by and large, I know when I'm fat. Don't sugarcoat it. It's fine. I know. I make my clothes. I have to take my measurements. I know how much space I'm taking up. Because if I don't, my fit's not right. So, yeah, I don't understand. Is this a thing too? People are bringing these young adults are bringing a parent to their job interviews. They can't even go to a job interview by themselves. Like, what? I mean, I joke about the clown world here at the circus, but holy mollies, in what? We don't allow young adults to learn how to grow up and be independent world. Did that become a good idea? I'm sorry, my dad's here for my job interview for me. Is he the one who's applying for the position? No? Well, then get out! What the? So here's the two half folded squares into triangles, and then they get pinned open like I showed on the other example. What the up and coming steps are, but we're not to that up and coming yet. We're into just the right here, right now. Oh, I was thinking of a funny parody song last night, and that train left the station somewhere, and I'm a little disheartened because I remember it being kind of amusing. Maybe it'll come back. Ah, Jess, are you serious? I would never bring my mother to a job interview. I know. I randomly watch a few folks who scroll the Tic Tacs for what people are doing. And yeah, I guess that does seem to be a thing that's like actually happening. I will admit that before I had a driver's license, I think somebody like sat in the car waiting for me during the job interview but I had to get out of the car and go in and like do the thing by myself. They were, there was nobody there like, but I do. There was this funny like shift over that happened back last century. A parent like the goal, your kid with we were subject to. You will finish high school. You will go to university and have an expensive brain degree. And I don't think that was necessarily the right thing, to the point of not practicing domestic skills because somebody else did it for you, because the goal was like your job was to get an expensive brain even if you don't know how to do other things. And I don't I think that I can see where that at times has been a hindrance. Here I am, still here to laugh and talk about it because somehow through a lot of help and a lot of through somehow I made it. We're here. I'm here, so I can stitch and share with you the silly, the sane, the scary. Yeah, Jess, I don't understand that. Just like boggles my mind. Also, things that boggle my mind, that folks, that there seems to really be. Kilroy! Oh my goodness, you snuck in. I know the exact poll where you're talking about. The poll counted parents drove you to a job interview. Oh, as bringing parents to an interview, which if you're 16, how else are you going to get there? That is different. Okay. So if I miss something, maybe that is different because like I said earlier, I didn't have a driver's license, and I'm pretty sure somebody drove me to the interview, but they weren't. They sat in the car and I went in and did the thing. They weren't there. That's different. That makes sense. If I'm on that poll, says Jess, I brought your daughter to her job interview. Yes. Having a parent need to take you to a place is different than the way they wordsmithed it to be. They were there with you, which, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Thanks, Kilroy, for making sure I wasn't sharing fake news again. Those are two completely different things. No, no, I'm gonna step my foot into it because I kind of am not sure I believe it. Phoenix, just if you're gonna spit out the words, we'll get there. Kilroy, attorney and geopolitical analyst. Kilroy here to the rescue. Yes, I needed it just in time. Because do we think Biden really had a giant cancerous lesion, or did he have a fall? And in the springtime, when he had this alleged metastatic prostate cancer, you would think if he was former president, he'd be getting all of the best medical treatments, and the news would be all over what they're doing, what his treatments are, and how often, and how he's feeling, and all of these things. By and large, your homeboy virtually fell into the tub of Tupperware and is just being forgotten about in the fridge somewhere, it feels like. Just interesting. Interesting. Jess Kilroy, did I ever become qualified to become your paralegal? Because there's sometimes on Debbie's channel we kind of need an attorney's perspective. Oh no. Oh, I that sounds too stressful. I don't know what this is, but I'm W's Not Debbie's. Williams. Okay. All right. Yeah, I try not to have too many of the topics where disclaimers are needed, but if you're here to think that we know stuff, you're in the wrong spot. You should check out somebody who actually is qualified to say things. This is the Clown Doctor Circus Shop. We know nothing, but we sure know how like to talk about it. Yeah, that just seems weird, the optics, or the lack thereof. But I mean, Killer, the media got what they wanted, and now they get to be lazy and have the chaos made for them by the current administration instead of having to make it so they wouldn't cover it. Yeah, does seem much easier because I don't think that what they said is really what's happening, but there's so much else of a disaster going on. They're like, yeah, you can just put out whatever bullshit. It's going to be on the radar for all of 30 seconds, then everybody's going to forget because pick your directions, dumpster fire. There's so much to choose from. But in so many ways, it's just as well with all of the different things. My favorite places to get crafting materials, it's the secondhand stores. Why buy new when I can enjoy the thrill of the hunt and get whatever might be available and or not available, and I just don't buy anything. I don't need the latest Liberty print or whatever Kenzie font, all these fancy names. Don't care. My self-worth is not determined by the labels of the fabrics or the zipper pulls or whatever. It just, no. Killer, I'm not sure I would practice sewing in chat room law for more than 20 hours a week. You currently practice it with Will. Yeah, Will's streaming all the time. I'm trying to find my ways so we can move up to more in the 10 hours a week. I'd have so many more projects doing it more part-time, but we're at quarter time right now, which is more than we were streaming and stitching this time last year. So we're getting there, but I'm not in a race to catch up with William and or others. Because yeah, I don't need to explain myself every time for all my decisions to you all. All right, this piece done. I think I got another strip sitting next to me. I know, all you East Coasters who manage all of Will's shows when I'm like needing my beauty sleep. You guys are all sleeping in Tupperware to look so good the next day. All those naps are doing you good. Oops. Oh, yeah, speaking of optics and things that, depending on which way the wordsmithing is happening, is like, the whole mobilization of some of the National Guard units to different locations with different, for whatever they're saying, but if anarcho drug groups are considered terrorist organizations, and the likelihood of intelligence suggesting that operatives from said organizations are in different localities, under whose jurisdiction would be the ones who would roll those folks up? And yes. Oh, Yeah, so there's so many different layers. Choose your debacle of. I would just like an end date. If you're gonna move troops in, what's the cliff notes and what's their operative and when do you pull them out? This rather this ambiguous like we're just gonna be there. Okay. Hi Venezuela. Ah, Killer, I wasn't at his stream on Friday and yesterday. You couldn't stay up. Right. Yeah, I he's amazing. He can just go and go and go. He's like the Energizer Bunny, which is great because everybody has got their. Yep, it's all good. There's room in the playground for everybody. You just have to know it's all right if you don't like all the playgrounds or like all the playgrounds all the time. It's okay. I'm not. I'm not butthurt. Ah, Killer. I think the National Guard and mobilization is primarily theater. I think, yes, that's a huge piece of it also. In DC, the various National Guard troops are just sweeping up sidewalks, doing landscaping, and walking around. Yeah, well, I guess that's the joke of like, oh, how is, but I guess that's kind of blah, 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 blah. That's probably what they would be doing if they were on base anyway. But folks from the Guard are not on base because they typically have like day jobs and stuff. But yeah, using the military for domestic law enforcement, that is questionable, and I don't like the optics because all of these accidentally sticking your toes in things that now we're just giving ways for whichever side to possibly be used against one in the future. I'm not really here for that. Killer, trying to use them for domestic law enforcement is a flagrant violation of the posse comitatus, but this administration doesn't care. Yeah, there's a lot of. I feel the need for we're due for a new party or a revamping of the system and or both. Because things just don't feel like they're working right. Jess, we do miss you. You notice when you're not around. I do too. Especially because chat is the way chat is. Oh, I know, I'm sure. Oh, it'll be so nice, that new quilt under the bed for the winter time. Oh, that's right, Phoenix. You also have that quilt top that you need to finish attaching. I got some big projects. Oh, yes. I appreciate the snark and fact checkingness because I can't be everywhere all at once. And sometimes I try not to catch the headlines. But reading the random headlines on the stupid internet news, the spelling, I'll be the first to admit, my spelling questionable, long and hard, and a skill I needed to practice didn't come naturally. Grammar didn't really learn it. So if something is so grammatically horrible that even I know what was wrong, it's real bad. real bad. And some of these headlines for different things that, oh my gosh. And that if I'm glad that I have learned enough to be able to pick those things out. But for these young humans who are just up and coming, who don't know, like, why are we? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I come here and do something. I can feel that I've done something. I see. I sewed a whole bunch of pieces together in the process of doing a thing. Yikes. Okay. Enough of the dumpster fire. Do we have any is there anything uplifting and good? Sports have started. For what that's whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Why doesn't the West Coast believe in grape pie and proper cider and or cider donuts? There are things I miss from the East Coast dearly. Oh well. Guess I'll just dream about the cider donuts. I did make pear butter instead of apple butter, and what else did I say? I don't really need fruit juice, so I don't really need cider either. Oh, yeah, but I do. There's still extra pears. I've got a Ninja. I could add water and blitz it and make pear juice. But I don't. Why? Why, Phoenix? You don't need to drink sugar, even if you still keep the fiber in it. Alright, that was silly. Back to stitches, you silly, silly, silly. Oh, but I did wear the I've got my gray petticoat on. I wore the gray chemise with the rust-colored tiers the other day before I figured out what to do with the armholes. I think I'm just going to finish them now, so that's in the wash. Hopefully it does not fall apart there, but everything else is stitched, so I'm not really overly foshed about it. I'll just do some bias binding and flip it over and call them scenes done. Rather than, because I know I'd been kicking around the notion of adding little cap sleeves to it, but I'm so comfortable without it that I just don't feel like it, so I'm not going to. Problem solved. And I think I am going to be brave, go through my patterns one more time, go back to the Goodwill, this big 5, big 4, whatever, that I'm probably never going to use. Pitch most of them that have needed too much adjustments unless the fit is like perfect, and clean some space out for drafting. Because I have been enjoying, for the most part, listening to the Closet Historian's videos for the book that she'd written for her Drafting Dangerously, because A, she wrote it, and B, I like the cut of her jib sometimes. Yes, those are the words we're going to use. Where's this section? Okay, now I found the edge, and I can go back to my pile of whites. Did I not? I might have to be brave and start stitching stuff together. Because I look at these piles and it feels like it's going to take forever, but then it doesn't take that long, which I know what it is. It's hanging out with you all is so much fun that time flies and I get so much work done when I'm having fun. That's what it is. And it is good. And the skinny bobbin thread I have. Oh, I think my internet conked out. Alright, let me see. I see me talking still. I see my chats on Rumble is conked out. I still see me talking. Let me see here. Let's see here. I don't know. What I do see conked out is the chat on Rumble. Nope, there you are again. I see you. I don't. Oh no, I paused it there. I think I'm still here. I'm going to pretend I'm still here and I'm going to keep sewing and jammering on. Oh, no. There we go. I see my. I don't know. Maybe, but that's not what my data is giving. That's not what my feedback is saying. But I'll keep an eye on that, Kilroy. But I think there's a storm rolling through, so I might lose my internet. Is it? No, you couldn't chat if your internet conked out. I don't know. And now we're back. What the fuck? Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Kilroy. Welcome to the wild where the stream just stalled for no reasons. It could be Rumble because the desktop viewing experience is sometimes the shittiest and you just need to refresh. I have noticed it's been a little bit better the past couple of days, but I think it's just Rumble on the browser on a computer. Sometimes his big poop sacks for whatever reason. But yay, we're back. I was like, I think I'm here. For some reason, it really likes the app on the phone and the TV app. I have no issues generally. Computer, most issues. But we're all back. I'm here. I hear you here. I hear stitching is shortly after I have a sip of coffee. Okay. And I'm back to folding. Do they call these half square triangles? I'm not going to pretend that I know quilt talk. I don't do TikTok and I don't do quilt talk. I'm just folding squares into triangles and stitching them down. And rinse and repeat. I'll have to see if I'm going to have to cut up some more blocks. But, oh, you know what, Phoenix? You've got blocks already cut. They just need to be ironed. No obla quilt spaniel. Exactly right. Oh, Cece. No habla quilt spaniel. Y yo no quiero. Because it's... Why? What? I don't understand the need... I guess I'm a loner, and because I'm a social antisocial. I'm socially antisocial. Yeah, we'll go with that. The need for overly tribalistic stuff and everybody to be like, oh, that's right, we all do it this way, and if we don't do it that way, then I don't think you can be part of our tribe of whatever. I don't understand it. If the way works for you, that's the right way. Like, we're all different. Oh, relax, quilt spaniel. I know that was good. Our joke makers are here. If I'm failing, Kilroy will step in. Allie is a pun master of the utmost degree, but it's true, Kilroy. We miss you when you're not here. I notice it, and I'm like, oh, where's my shit poster? Yeah, there's so many words that just don't make sense. I mean, they do if I think about them literally, but then why is it I love literal jokes, but sometimes when somebody else does a literal joke, my brain doesn't, I don't get it. I'm like, what? And then it processes, and then I'm like, oh, that was really funny. Oh, silly, silly. I don't even feel left out. Could I fit into some of these weird boxes? Possibly. Does it matter? No, because what is it going to do to me? Why do I feel the need to be like, I have XYZ, this makes me special. Nope, I think that was my stomach. But I think, Jess, it goes back to the Morse code quilt. Yes, that's, yeah. All right. Next, Kilroy. If it's for sports, I can understand. But when it comes to creative things, I completely don't. Unless what you're doing is probably going to blow up or light the cat on fire. Who cares how you do it? Exactly. My sentiments as well. Like, why? Did it get done? Did you enjoy the process? What else is there? I mean, ideally, if I'm making a garment, like, does it? Did it? Did I get the fit right? But I hopefully by the time I get to the end, that's been figured out. But ugh, yeah, I don't understand. And then the way that it seems like so many designers, I don't. It must be in a lot of the places, but I hear the debacle a lot from like the knit and crochet people of like, you stole my design, but like only so many. It's like with the big fashion houses, what is copyrighted isn't the how the garment is constructed. It's the brand's logo is where the intellectual property is, not so it just I the subversive sewing circle. Just do shit. I don't care how you do it. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy the process? Did you like the outcome? And if you didn't like the outcome, did you learn how to make the next iteration better? Yeah, all right, brilliant. You are winning at making. It's not that complicated. All the times I've flubbed up projects, all these things. Oh, we've got some doozies in the collection, but I try to learn from them, and I have enough. I don't feel like playing bobbin chicken. Question is, where did I set my bobbin case with the... Oh, Phoenix. There we go. Again, with the practicing controlled chaos. Pure chaos. Please help me control it. Okay. There we go. Oh, hey Loki. What are you doing, big boy? What is my... He's checking out the guts. He's making sure they're good guts. I had quite a bit of fun mounting those guts yesterday. They'd been sitting around literally for like, I don't even know how many years that my guts were just sitting made in a basket. And then finally we get to make all the jokes about having enough guts to take them out of the basket and mount them up nicely. Oh, silly, silly times. I need to go back. They're not quite oriented. I slipped my liver in there. I don't think I have my gallbladder made yet. And right now, we could be post splenectomy because I don't have a spleen in there either. But oh, in your guts, you know, with his nuts, I do. It's true. Yeah, some folks love anatomical models and body parts, and other folks hate them. I am in the fascinated category. I have guts to show up and show off. But again, I practice this cultivated chaos and I revel in it. The democratization of the internet, why, when maybe that's what it is, that you don't need to audition to show up. I can just turn my camera on and I've practiced being better. But sometimes some folks just show up and think because they could just turn the camera on, have the mic on, and share the word, that automatically entitles them to just something. And that's not how life works. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this block is kind of wonky. Let me get this pile done. Stitch it now and stitch it out. Oh, Phoenix, you are hurting their ear holes. Oh, but it was Camden Ladies. What were we singing? Do stitches. Nope, the words have left the station. And the cat. What? I am getting all tangled up in my strip pieces because I've got a few too many connector sections floating around. No, this doesn't take guts. This just takes silliness. Because somehow, give Phoenix a string of things. In 2 seconds of looking at it, there will be knots and weird, funny business abounds. Because I think I have the same issue right now with some of the inner motifs for the Mummers project. Oh, well. Okay, maybe I'll just start to unattach these as I go along because it doesn't really matter. Killer, that's partly why I think of political video makers. Like, you have very little influence in the world, but you act like you control an army. Right. Yeah. And, yep, I don't understand. I'm too much of a simpleton to figure it out. I just don't get this, like, things are just not working, but I don't know what the dismantling replacement, what is, other than it feels like we're being replaced. Welcome machines who we can just tell what to do, especially now that China allegedly has basically a robot with an artificial uterus. Like, we don't even need humans to grow babies. We've got a machine for that now. You designer baby will use the latest in CRISPR's technology, genetically engineer your kid, and then grow it with you not even having to do an ounce of work, and then we'll give you all this genetically modified formula to feed said kid. Good luck! I feel like I've read this book, and I didn't care for that ending. Killer, the ones who actually have some pull are taking money from foreign governments to sow divisions. Yeah. I still kind of stand with we should have just made isolationism great again for a while. The invaders are already in the house. The house is the fire is in the house, and we've encouraged, created ways to not even realize what's happened. Oh, the debacle with the backpedaling with the Dearborn Heights Police Department, with the police patch that was had both text in English and in Arabic. And they were like, "Oh no, that we were just testing out ideas. That really wasn't what our new patch was gonna be. That wasn't supposed to get leaked to the internet. That shouldn't have even been a thing." In contemplation, in my opinions that don't count for very much. Ooh, those are some giant raindrops. Um let's see here. Where do. I might need to let me pause this, mute this for a second. I gotta yell really loud. And I'm back. It decided to dump like golf ball size rain pellets right now. The rain doesn't come in pellets. Okay. Nope. There is giant raindrops, and there's probably going to be some thunder and some more lightning, because oh my god, yeah, it seems, and things kind of feel like a rinse and repeat across a whole bunch of different countries. Europe, England, I'm looking at you, Australia, what the ever living, like the the oligo technocrats along with the socialists are trying to take over. And I know, I trust that's Phoenix, just spit it out. I think it's gross. I don't like it. How do we not have that be the future? What is the way that we need, or is that ship already set to sail and we're sunk? I don't know. I'm just gonna sew one block at a time and strip it apart because I can't find the end and it's making me grumpy. So I'm gonna go back to happy stitches rather than that not fatalistic, just where Phoenix feels despondent and helpless because I don't know what to do, but I do know I can make stuff with my hands. And that is a whole sentence, Phoenix. Killer, it'll blow up in their faces. I hope can it sooner. Can it just happen really quick? It's a gold rush and they're trying to get as many dupes as possible to buy it. What the biggest dupe is there than the federal government? Yeah. It does feel like that now. We've kind of like lost it's been so long, we forgot the origin story of people left Europe because they didn't like this kind of control. But then after a while, they just said, please please, can you just control us? We just would really like somebody to just tell us what we're supposed to think and make sure everything that we don't need, that we're so helpless. We need you. We really, really need you. Just, oh, God. Pick up your sewing machine needle and make something. Wow, Phoenix, you're getting kind of angry and grumpy. Yes, I am. Long ago, and many stitches past, things were just with this idealized view of how great things were. Because were things always shitty? And because we weren't there, we were like, we don't. This is how we think, and how we're going to have this experimental, historical, anthropological, throw whatever fancy liberal arts, social science words in, and we'll just pretend because we weren't actually there, and it's all from this romanticized view of what we think the past was like. We only know what we've experienced. Yeah. Oh, killer AI cannot ever hope to make the hardware investment back. Yeah, I don't think so. Not even with the federal government's ability to spend, and the electric bills are astronomical. Yeah, all of these like data centers, things that are eating up data. That's the part that is one of, unless it's really, really true that there's some very interesting energy tech that is ready for prime time, that's gonna just seamlessly swoop in with this relatively seamless transition from how we're making energy to this new form. We don't have the energy resources to keep up with all of this. I don't even have the energy resources to have 3-prong outlets in every outlet in my house. But yeah, the energy needs and the tech demands and the energy demands that tech require, they're not on the same path anymore. They're yeah. Did I gouge this table? I need to keep lubricating my wood. It feels really dry. And all this water damage from where somebody had plants, and it's baby feeling. All right, Phoenix, get back to sewing. I'd really like to sew from this other end because then I could just do it all at once, but yeah, whatevs. Yeah, I'm curious. And how do we put the cat? I don't understand also how we put the kit. We can't unring the bell of it. And to think that they're going to be able to now, after it appears that young individuals are using it for behavioral health reasons, getting interesting information, or that they're learning how to wordsmith things so that, she said would. Yeah. Yes. We did need a good time for a reminiscence for Beavis and Butthead. I did say wood. My wood needed polishing. I said all the wood words. Yeah, I. It's already happening. It's not. There's no way putting it back. There's going to be a set of kids that. There is a set of young humans who are so outpaced their parents technologically that parents don't even know what's going on or the risks that their kids are in or questionable choices that folks are making. And yeah, it, and I don't think we can keep up. And I I guess I'm just kind of ready for the implosion. I'm ready for simpler. I'm ready for things to be a little bit more like last century. Yes, I'm being overly nostalgic. Yes, do I realize that that's never really gonna be a thing again? I do. I do understand, but I remember the simpler times of having to wait for photos to develop and not knowing if your shot was good, or the computer was special and fun. Yeah, I'm nostalgic for last century. It's just going to be one of those ongoing things, I think, for like the next decade of my life. I'm one of those old-fashioned people who's going to be grumbling. I like last century better. Yes, that's me. Killary, I don't want to be. I don't want it to be like last century. The medication that keeps you alive wasn't invented till 2014. Fair. I don't think we're going back. I would like things to continue. I would also like things to, if it's going to be about healthcare, then can we get back to like the fundamentals of what health is, which goes back to all of the things, because I think we've lost sight of health and reasonable metrics, and yeah. Yeah, no splenectomies. It's good to have medication. Those are not the ones I pre-cut. There's some of those ones. It'll be nice when we make some of those things here and they don't cost so much. Because I'm very... Oh, that's right. The medications from India weren't on the tariff list, which is good because, oh, God, so much stuff. We do so little here. What do... Yeah, and it's going to take forever. Oh, Phoenix, these are just make stuff. I'm trying to minimize the ways that I need other people to make stuff for me. But there's shoes. There are things I do buy. I buy a lot of stuff. Ish. Okay. What else was fun? Where's my fun list instead of my doom and gloom list? Ooh, I found more pieces. Yeah. Oh, that's what I had here. And I had... So if I get... we've got these little petals. I have this skirt that we made it last year and I've not worn it yet. But would it be fun to overdo it and make it coordinated with petals on the top, or add petals on the bottom? There'll be more. We're going to throw more stuff at it. But right now I'm throwing stuff at this corset cover project because, wow, people are just showing up to this little shit show. Oh, thank you, everybody. Welcome to the circus. I have been sewing these, I say go for it, right? Little blocks to work put together for this pattern for our corset cover case. And maybe I'll figure out if we can make a wooden coffin case for our rolled of corset covers to go in. But I'm just trying to be healthy. I'm working on my pull-ups. They're terrible. Chin-ups are a little bit easier. I'm just trying to make sure I've got strong muscles, because it's not about the heroin chic at my age. It's about making sure I don't fall and break a hip. No, Phoenix, that's actually why we're trying to do these things. Because I can continue to joke about being in this awkward place where I know I'm not if it's just about the aesthetics, I'm not terrible, but still, we're overweight. But that's also why we take our measurements, because we sew, and I need my measures to make my pattern pieces, and measures just fine. So I am going to continue sewing, and practicing dressing myself, pretending I'm the character, and people get to guess, is she on my side or not? And the answer is, it doesn't matter. I'm on nobody's side. Because Oregon, the disaster of a state where the brilliance, the amazingness, the liberal arts big brained, explain to me, Oregon, where it seemed like a good idea that increasing the payroll tax for businesses in the state of Oregon was a good way to raise money for roads, to make sure that we had enough rock pumice for the winter season and plow trucks and all of this. You're brilliant, Oregon. I am missing some bobbin thread. Or did I don't know what just happened there. Something's not right. Oregon makes you shake your head. Yeah, the worst part of both parties in one state. Yeah, I've been recently like questioning life choices, but then I'm also stuck with the. But where I don't know where I would go that would make sense. Like, for a lot of different reasons. It just, yeah, that was one of the ones. I think it got tabled right now, which is good. And then some Republican is joining the. Yeah, it's just like, welcome to which side of socialism? Because there's only one party. They're all Marxist commie crazies, it feels like. And and when I was vetting places to move to, I was looking at other things, didn't know, didn't understand, or actually, and a smidgers of, I was in a different place when I made the initial choice, and with where I am and what I know now, I think I might have made different things, but I can't go back and change the past, and I don't know what altering my now to alter the future would look like. Because my crystal ball is pretty muddy. And there's certain things that been there, done that. I'm not doing that part again. And yeah. All right, Phoenix, now you're just being too word salady and cryptic. And we're not word salad makers most of the time. Though that is interesting. Who is Kamala Harris paying for her security duty since LAPD stepped up for a short period of time? Like, oh, no more Secret Service, we'll do this. But then I just saw they're like, yeah, no, we can't really do this anymore either. Does she actually have to step up and pay for her own security detail? Finally. Again. Oh, well. Oh, at least it's raining, because my plants need because that rain makes for happy homegrown tomatoes. I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow when they warm up again, though, because fresh, sweet tomatoes from the garden. If only I could have enough water in the summertime, or just, Phoenix, you're going to regret saying the words, I wish it was humid enough that cucumbers just magically grew here, but they take a lot of tending and love, and I'm used to cucumbers being easy and a plant that I could neglect and just magically have too many cucumbers. That is not my current climate. Oh. Okay, again, I'm just continuing to sew these squares folded into triangles onto squares. Just a little bit longer. I, at some point, should count how many I have and guesstimate how many more I need to prep materials for. That's alright. I got enough for right now. Oh, and the sun. Where's the rainbow somewhere? I don't know. Okay, just keep sewing, Phoenix. Stop your prattling. You can just be quiet. And I'm gonna fix, because I came off my thread tension. What is happening? There we go. No. Okay, now we're back where we're supposed to be. I got so excited I just jumped everything overboard. Yeah, this cathedral block project takes a little bit of planning, a little bit of chaotic organization, and some level of, it's just going to be all right. Just don't worry about it and just have fun with the stitching. Can I backstitch? Let me just do a quick backstitch. And I know, Phoenix, there'll be time for another feed in a little bit. I want to get through this pile first. You know, again, we're doing the autumnal, let's rearrange furniture around, see what furniture needs to move onto a different wall, under a different window. Just mix things up because I'm bored. It just doesn't feel right anymore. Just gotta spice it up. But slowly but surely, all of those things are happening. Let me have a sip of tea. I've been rambling. I should ramble less, or just find the right words so I don't give myself a headache talking. You silly kid. All right. Caffeinated. And yeah, so we've got strips that are done. Then I will need to snip them apart, orient them so the pinwheels all come out the right orientation. Like this one. Oh, I guess if I need to. Well, not right now. Yeah. The end. An example of what this will look like at the end, but slightly larger and with more chaos, because that is how this my version of this project is coming together. I have seen beautifully curated, minimal fabric choiced, but coordinated motifs, and that's just not how we run things at the circus. Oh, it's getting hot. And humid feeling. Ugh. Sticky. It's so weird when it goes from 12% humidity up to 50. You're like, oh man, you really feel it. So, just ridiculous. Everything needs a dusting. All the fabric lint and cat fur. Hey, Pooper Duper, what are you doing to my chair over there? What are you doing to my chair back there? I opened up the concession stand already. Oh, that one was really so piggly wiggly. Thanks. Oh well. Well, I'll just find one of the smaller misshapen squares for that misshapen square coordinated one. Phoenix, you just take a few minutes and sew. Your word speaking is kind of like pooper doops. I know, it's because we've practiced moving up. When we first started streaming, we made it 1 hour. And slowly but surely we increased the time. But somehow, right now at this like 2.5 to 3 hours, try to make it to 3. My dream is getting more than that. Questionable right now, but that's okay. We've got a lot of stitching done today. And a lot of jimmer jammering. It has been good. I'm at least going to do something. What those ones are? Yeah, I'm getting my undone ones lost with my done ones. Are we mostly done? Yeah. All right, Phoenix, you are coming apart at the seams. Don't push it when you know you're starting to shit the bed. All right. Oh my gosh, everybody. We did some good work. Thanks for letting me just get some stuff off my chest in my complaining way. The cats didn't make me look too bad. We got some good work done. I had fun. Thanks everybody who's hung out with us this afternoon. I am always greatly appreciative. I enjoy that we can just make sweet sounds and prattle while folks do other stuff. That makes me happy. But don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today. Don't laugh at others unless you laughed at yourself today. I will be back here at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to be working on probably this project some more. So, all right. Have fun until I see you next. All right, bye.